mini short kind of walk around review of the Yamaha FZ/MT, depending on where you are, 09 900 or 850cc triple. I've only done around 200 kilometers, if that, to be honest, because I've just rented it for the day. I'll be giving it back tomorrow, and I thought I'd give my initial reactions to it. Just so you guys may be wondering, is I've had a fair few bikes, so the most similar bike I've had to this would be the 806cc Yamaha, Kawasaki Z800. And if you compare this to that, personally, I mean, I've only just rode this a little bit today, but I think this has had the fun factor is just on this bike way better. I'm not sure what the price difference is in, you know, America or Europe, but this bike has the special throttle, like ride-by-wire throttle or something they call it, and you can basically change the modes with the button here, and you have standard A and B mode. B mode is more for the city, slows down a little bit. A mode is more racy, and I've been keeping it on standard mostly, and I've tried A mode. It seems a bit more responsive, a little bit more there. But my initial reactions to the bike is really nice. It's got loads of power everywhere. There's nowhere it lacks power. Doesn't matter what gear I'm in, what rev I'm in, what turn I'm in, it's just got a load of power everywhere, to be honest. I'm sure it's got less than your 600cc super sport bikes, but that's not my thing, so I don't know about that. But yeah, compared with the Z800, the Z800 has this thing where when you're driving it, you have you accelerate, and if you want to really whack the throttle straight away, I don't know if it's the weight or the smoothness of how they made it. It's super smooth, so it is nice it's always easy to drive. Apart from the weight, it's easy to drive. Throttle on, there's a slight delay, and I think it's because it weighs like 230 kilos. There is a slight delay, and then the power comes in really hard after that, but there is a slight delay. This bike does not have a delay. There is no delay on this bike. This bike just comes in and just like pow, like that. It just demolishes everything. It's like, do you want some? Yeah, you want some? It's like, yeah, of course I want some. And you keep going, give me some more. Is that all you got? You know, this bike makes you just like, shit, damn, respect the engine. This thing wants to go. Now, I've seen the reviews. The reviews say that the throttle's aggressive, you know, and I've like the MCN review and stuff, not calling them out or anything. And they said the Z800 is, you know, smoother and better for that. But like, you know, personally, I think that's a load of bull. This grunty throttle, or the twitchy throttle they call it, or whatever they say, just makes it fun. You know, you just be careful with it. And like I saw another guy do a vlog on it, he said not for beginners. Totally agree with that. It's got a lot of grunt, you'll get yourself in trouble. You'll accelerate by accident, probably crash into something. But this is a sick bike, man. It's a sick bike. Way better than my Z800. I had my Z800, didn't even have it for that long. I sold it. The weight of the Z800 was 230 kilos. This is like 188. I mean, you're looking at like what? Like, is that like, yeah, like 42 kilos difference in weight? And that's just shitloads, man. That translates a lot, you know. And so some of the negatives they've also got on it is the suspension. They say the suspension is soft. You know, they say the forks have too much travel. Now for me, and me as just a humble normal rider, I I like the soft suspension. I prefer it than if it was hard. I prefer it, you know, it's also, you know, in other countries it's cheaper too. It's not really like that here, but I like the softer suspension for me personally, because the roads in Thailand, they're not perfect and you do hit bumps, and the soft suspension soaks it up way better than if it's stiff. The Z800 suspension was stiffer than this, and the seat angle was more slanted. Like if I show you the seat angle on this, the seat angle on here comes up a little bit, but the Z800 just went straight into the tank at the same angle this is really. It was a bit higher and then it came down into it, and that seat angle just ate your balls for me. And I sometimes you'd get like a bit in the road and it would just go like that and it would throw you onto the tank. Painful to say the least. And this position is way better for me. I like the handlebars, they're raised up. I really love the way the speedo's off to the side. I keep saying that all the time. The way the LCD light's out, it's pretty cool. I mean, I've rented this one for the day and it came with these handguards. Personally, I probably wouldn't put those on. I like the maybe just the bar, but not the plastics. The way the key's off center because the speedo's off center. This light, I love it. I love the way it's got the plastic here. Okay, also so you guys can see from the kind of cockpit view, my hands on the bars like this and put my feet forward like that. You can see it's pretty nice position. Still got a little bit of action going on here, but I like it. It's good. The start button comes on like that, and I'll show you a start up here. You can see it's got a standard mode on at the moment, and you can change your mode here. You got A, B, back to standard. Got fuel, kilometers. It's got. I like the way it tells you what gear you're in. I think that's pretty nice, and the rev limiter. It's got everything you need on it. And this is how you start it. Sweet, huh? That crappy fucking Fender bollocks legal plate thing off. Get nicer handguards, take those mirrors off and put some nice low key mirrors on it. I think it's really nice. Really nice. I like different kind of stuff, interesting. I call it interesting, different stuff, because it's different, it's interesting. So for me, love it. I think it's really nice. The triple is just slightly different characteristic. Now for me, the smoothness and everything of the Z800 when I did have it, before I sold it, it just equated to it being kind of boring for me. It was super smooth, and I just felt like that was a little bit boring, to be honest. You know, it was like, yeah, it had the power and stuff, but with the weight and the delay of the throttle sometimes when you accelerated, it wasn't a bad bike, don't get me wrong. It's so good looking and it was nice, really powerful bike and everything. But for me, this has fun factor that didn't have. That, like, you can see the road isn't a very good quality. I just came off where it was like kind of really bad quality. It was like all like really dirt. It was like almost off-road, that bit. And just the roads can be like that in Asia, you know, in Thailand. So when the road does turn to be like that, and there's, you know, shit on the road and there's big bumps, and sometimes it's just a fat hole, you know, you need softer suspension in my book, you know, and like stiff suspension or any aggressive riding position is just a nightmare. It doesn't work. One thing I did kind of realize to myself was that when I used to have the Kawasaki Z800, that position was more aggressive and the front was kind of heavy to turn. It was heavy to move. It was just heavy like that, you know. And you were kind of over the front. It had that kind of more aggressive position, just more like a handlebar kind of thing rather than an inverted race bar kind of thing. And it's a lot more upright. It's a lot more user friendly, I think. You know, if you're in America and you're just going to be driving to work, you know, maybe go for a canyon ride and the roads are always good. Like, I don't know what it's like in America, but if it's like that there, maybe you want an aggressive riding position. I don't want to be on my wrists and the roads here aren't that great, so this is perfect. This bike, the torque is just, on this Yamaha MT-09, the torque is always where you want it. That's why it's a sick bike. bike is, oh man, it's on tap. Oh my word. There's little goblins inside the engine with holding horsepower, and they're just like, would you like some horsepower? Would you like some? Would you? This person looking at me like I'm crazy. I feel like I am crazy right now. There's goblins inside this engine giving you horsepower. I'm not even joking right now. This shit's mad. Look at this. Look. What? Everybody say what? My word! I don't even know what gear I'm in. I don't even know what rev I'm at. But this thing is going. It is going. I didn't even. It's not even going. It is not even going. It's going. It's just gone. It's just gone. It is gone. Wow. This bike is fucking killer. Just nodding my head with appreciation of appreciation, but with just, you know, basically validated that myself. This bike is something else. They put some incredible fun factor into this bike. You want a bike with fun factor? Consider this shit. Now in Thailand they don't have all the choices of America, and they, believe me, they don't have them prices. But my god, this bike's amazing. Like, no lie, this bike is amazing. It's amazing. Like, I can't believe my first impressions kind of review type deal that's going on with this video. I want people to know that for me, this bike really has proven to me that it's kind of perfect, man. It's got the suspension you need for roads that aren't perfect. It's got amazing power. Like, for me, there's like a million pluses about this bike, and there is not even one minus. Every video I've watched that say the suspension isn't great or something like that, for me, yeah, maybe for them it's like that, you know, maybe they know every ins and outs of all these bikes. This bike's great for me. It really has combined like supermoto-ness, kind of softer style suspension. I don't think it's lower quality, I think it's a softer style suspension with great power, nice look, really nice looks, and I just think the package is amazing. I think it's amazing, I really do. I think it's really great. There's not one minus about this bike. I love everything. So it appears that all the dogs like it, especially that one, fucking pissing on it. Hey, fucking animals. Look at this though. Just keep going, just keep going. Look at this shit, man. Anyway, that's me. That's Moto Man. Let me know if you got any comments, put it below. Please like and subscribe. Catch you later.